Hey guys, how are you doing? So, for a long time now, like the last 3 years at least, my mantra has been small people eat small. Small people eat small because older people don't eat a lot as they get older, right? And that was what I really clung to that belief hard. But I had a few people in my group and a few people I've met in real life who they just can't eat small. They're not satisfied eating small. It takes more food, more volume to give them that satiety that they're looking for, that overall feeling of comfort, per se. So I really started thinking a lot about this, and I started trying to kind of figure out, well, why do so many older people eat such a small amount of food? I think I figured it out. Are you ready for this? Okay, hang on. I'll be right back. All right. So, when people start getting older, what's one of the things that happen to us as we age? We start losing muscle. Now, that happened to me even sooner than it should have because I had a stroke 4 years ago. I lost a lot of muscle. This is the side I had the stroke on. My face is hangs more than this one. The side of my body is looser. I lost a lot of muscle in my legs, of all things. Keep in mind, I used to walk like 12 to 16 miles a day. I worked at an Amazon warehouse, and I was one of the people that walked around all night. That's all I did from one side of the warehouse to the other. 32,000 steps a night sometimes, and 2,000 for me is a mile, or it used to be. So I was in really good shape back then. I was walking all the time, getting tons of cardio, had a lot of muscle, and could probably eat 4 times the amount of food I eat right now and not gain a pound. Okay. I didn't lose weight, but I didn't gain weight. Okay. Now, now what happened was, let's shoot me forward from 2020 when I had the stroke to now. Okay. So what has happened in that 4 years? I've lost a large portion of muscle mass because not only did I lose the muscle on this side really rapidly and had some parts atrophy, I lost it on this side because I couldn't do the same things anymore. I can't even hardly walk a mile. I have forced myself a few times to walk more than that, but things have gotten worse as I've went along. Matter of fact, like last summer, I think it was, I walked 4 or 5 miles in one night in Vegas. I couldn't even imagine trying to do that now because I messed up my hip from limping. There's just all these little things that have happened, right? But needless to say, I lost a lot of muscle. And I started noticing that eating the same amount of food that I was eating, the same amount of good for me foods, low carb foods, all the stuff that I was eating, now I was gaining weight. I was having to eat less and less. And I told my husband, I said, this is why you see those old people, they eat less and less and less because their body doesn't need the calories. Your body instinctively knows you don't need the calories. And maybe for some of them, they were just like, didn't want to put on the weight. Who knows? But you have to start eating less and less to be able just to maintain. And you also see the obese older people who don't do that. They don't eat the small amounts. Okay. And I was like, holy crap, are you kidding me? So not only did I start back in trying to really, get the weight back off after I've gained some weight and stuff, but I also started exercising. Now, I'm going to tell you, was I exercising before that? A little bit here and there, but I didn't have any kind of a program. And I used to have a program. I used to be a beach body coach. I had a big program. But a few months ago, I decided, no, I can't do this. I cannot allow myself to just turn into a pile of blubber and have no muscle. So the first thing I did was I knew I needed to get cardio. Your heart's a muscle. You got to have cardio. I was having a really hard time breathing. People were noticing that I was struggling for breath. So I jumped on it's called an Easy Rider, Easy Strider. It's kind of a combination row machine and I don't really know what you call it because not really a bike. But anyway, it's a rider. So I would jump on that 5 minutes at a time. That's all I could handle. I would pick up my 2-pound weights, do a few curls. That was it. I eventually built up, and now I'm doing 27 to 30 minutes on the rider, sometimes 35 minutes. And my routine for working out is anywhere from 15 is the least amount of minutes, and that's only if I'm in a hurry. But like today, it was 30, so 28, 30. I try to get the cardio in, get my workout in, and I mix it up every day. I do weights at least 3 days a week. See the muscles coming back a little bit. It's going to take a while, but this one's a little bit more. I'm still, I got the forearm muscles coming, so I'm working on it. Not because I wanted to eat more. It wasn't about me wanting to eat more. It was about me not having to eat less and less because I can only go so low. And how's that even going to be nutritionally good for my body? Okay. I was getting to the point where I was eating such a low amount, I couldn't get all my vitamins in I needed. just so many things, right? So my thing is start building muscle, because when you start building muscle, then your body can handle those amounts of food. One of the things you can do is when you eat, like when I had dinner, my meal today, I only had one meal today because I was out running around. I was busy. I have a window that I try to eat in, and I just messed things up. So I had one meal, but it was a good meal. It was really good. Then I come in and jumped on the bike for 10 minutes. And I did 5 minutes worth of weights. 5 or 10 minutes, 15 minutes after you eat something, instead of your body shoving that into your liver and all these places that you don't want it to go and storing it in places, it will literally shunt it into your muscles and stuff. And that extra breathing that you're doing from doing the exercises helps fat be released from your body. Because remember, the number one way we release fat is through our breathing, right? You guys remember that, right? So if you want to be able to eat more of anything, I don't care if it's salad, I don't care if it's low carb muffins, I don't care if it's a baked damn potato, I don't care what it is. If you're wanting to eat more food, you need to build muscles, because the muscle will burn more calories per hour, including the times that you're not eating and you're resting. You gotta have muscle, period. I mean, if you don't want to do whatever it takes to get you some muscle, you're going to have to eat less and less and less. Each year that passes, you're going to have to eat less and less and less. You're going to have to watch out for the fats. You're going to have to watch out for everything. Everything is going to affect you. It won't matter what it is. It will affect you. It would be the total number overall of calories. I know people like to say calories don't matter, but goddamn they do. I don't care what they say. So the total number of calories are going to have to go down. I mean, my amount of calories just from losing 130 pounds went like a third of what they used to be. And I was holding that pretty good because I still had muscle for a while. But then all of a sudden I wasn't, because the muscle started going away, and so did how many calories I could consume. Yeah, it was really sad. It was really sad. I was just like, holy shit, pretty soon I won't be eating at all. Because it's like I'm going to breathe and gain weight from it. So yeah, I'm sorry guys, but you got to have muscle. There's really no getting out of it. There is no getting away from it. If you don't do it, like I said, you can just look forward to eating less and less and less all the time. And here's the deal. I want to throw this in there about carbs. So for 4 years, I've avoided carbs. No apples, no carrots, no butternut squash, no beets, which are really good for my blood pressure, and I should be eating. No carbs, potatoes, rice, all that stuff. Now, I still believe that we should not be eating white flour. We should not be eating sugar. I don't eat sugar. And we should not be eating... Well, I believe that if you know how to make your rice resistant, that it's not as bad for you. My husband does it, and he seems to be able to pull up, but of course he has a lot more muscle than I do. I avoid white rice. I don't do white. White ain't right. That's how I feel about it. White potatoes, I wouldn't do those. But I have added back into my own diet since I started working out so much. I eat a little sweet potato here and there. I take little bits of butternut squash and chop them up and roast them with my vegetables. A carrot, like one single skinny carrot, I'll chop it up and throw it in with my vegetables. What else? No, I haven't been eating no beets or anything like that. No sugar. I did eat an apple one day. It was a little small golden delicious, and it was so delicious. I've ate a handful of black grapes here and there because the black grapes have a lot of, what is that? Phytophenol, whatever that stuff is. Really good for you. So I have put some carbs back in. When it comes to fruits and vegetables, I've just been really careful. I've been really picky, and I make sure that they're on days that I work out, which is pretty much 6 days a week. Sunday's my only day off now. I work out 6 days a week. That's right, every single day. Here's the deal. If you make it something simple, I get up every morning. I make my husband breakfast. We have coffee together. I come in here while he takes a shower to get ready for work because he works swing shift. While he's working, I can get my rider done, and sometimes I can even get my second workout done. And that's for the first 5 days a week. On Saturday, I only do cardio, my rider, take a walk, do whatever, work outside in the garden, whatever I'm going to do. And then on Sunday, I take the day off. And then on Monday, I start all over again. When you get into the habit, and start with 5 minutes of each thing, work up to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just keep going, keep adding. I just keep adding minutes each week. I have everything on a calendar and I'll go, okay, I added 2 minutes this week. Sometimes I'll only add 2 minutes. Sometimes I'll add 5, So write it all down, keep track of it, because... will you love it? No. If you don't like to exercise, you're never going to like it. You're never going to love it. But will you appreciate how good you feel? And the fact that you can eat? Yes. Because that's what you're looking for. The ability to eat. Okay? All right. Just something to think about. Bye.